Good morning. It is Wednesday. So this is, hey, let's pray together. Let's pray together. It's Wednesday and you and I can have a time of prayer and Bible study together. Let me introduce myself. I am Penny Nelson, one of the disreputable riffraff that became a follower, believer, and disciple of the Lord and only eternal King, Jesus Christ. Are you? Which one of those three are you? Are you a follower? Are you a believer in Jesus Christ? Or are you a disciple of Jesus Christ? Are you none of those? On Wednesdays, this is a time when we are going to communicate, pray, and listen to the God that I serve, Jesus Christ. And we are going to do it together. So this is a how to have a quiet time, a DIY time. So, first of all, anything that you choose to do, there's a price to pay for doing it. And establishing new habits is not easy or cheap or free, so it might be a little bit of tough sledding at the beginning, which is why I recommend that we do it together to start with until you can do it on your own. So you may want to have, for this video, you're probably going to need some privacy. Probably going to need about 20 minutes. You might want your earphones. You might want to do this before bed. You might want to do it in the morning. You might want to do a lot of things, and I challenge you. So I welcome you into my life and into my home and into part of my heart, and I'm going to start in prayer. Oh, good morning, Lord. Thank you. Bless your name. Praise you, Jesus. Oh, I seek you. Oh, it is so difficult for me to just put everything down. Just put it all down. There's not much to see here, friend. There's something to listen to. And Jesus, I'm talking to you. I put my mind on you. How can I even come to you and talk to you, Jesus? How is that even possible? Well, because I believe your word. I believe that you say that I can come to you just as I am right now, right here, right now. I can come to you. And when I think of all holiness and purity and mercy and kindness and judgment, right away I analyze myself and I realize that I am not qualified to come into the presence of such a clean and awesome and right being of God. I don't qualify to go anywhere near that. So my only resort is to fall on you, is to ask you to do it, and you already have. I know by your word and by your sacrifice, you made a way for me. And since you're God and I'm not, I will take your way, and I will lay down all of my ways, and I will lay down all of my thoughts, and I pray for the viewer. I pray for the person who is listening today. I pray for the person who is seeking you today. God, I pray that you would give them the courage and the strength to talk to you, to just start somewhere, to just start a dialogue and start listening. Oh God, it might be a character defect. It might be a problem. I love to talk. I love to hear my voice. I love to yak. Forgive me, Lord. Forgive me, Lord. I am not the most important thing. You are. And I listen to you. I'm listening for you. Let me just be quiet and be still for a minute. Thank you for the air that you let me breathe. Thank you that my nose works. Thank you that my, I am so concerned about me. I lay it all down. Can I just think about you, God? Trust. What is trust? I was trying to explain that to Mara, and I would like to make this so simple. I'm really doing this, Lord, for my grandchildren. There might be other people who listen, Lord, but I want them. I pray for them. I ask you, Lord, that they would come to know you personally, that you would call them, you would draw them, they would respond to you. That's what I do. I respond right now. I respond. I put down everything in my mind, in my mouth, in my hands, in my heart. I lay it all down. Unconditional surrender. I pray for the viewer who is here today, Lord. I pray that you would show us how to listen to you, listen to your Spirit. God, you have created us a body, a soul, and a spirit, all in one flesh. You've given us this earth suit, but you have given us a person inside of the Spirit. And I surrender all of those things, and I thank you that your Spirit, since I have been born again, since I have been made new, I want to listen to your Spirit. I want your Spirit to have right of way, for your Spirit to be moving. I do not want my soul and my body to be controlled by its crazy greed and lust and desire, looking for earthly satisfaction that will never work. And I choose to hunger for you. I lay down actual physical hunger. God, that's what I think. You're so small that you won't even feed me on time. Excuse me, Lord. Excuse me. I'm nowhere near close to this earth suit dying, and it's barely any discomfort. I pray that you give me tolerance, maturity to handle more discomfort. And with this, Lord, that's what, if anyone's listened for 7 minutes, we're probably safe. Lord, you have called me to a dangerous place, a country. And anyone who knows me would know what country that is, and would possibly know what's going on. Lord, did you want me to go by airplane to a dangerous place to encourage the believers in 3 weeks? Is that what you want? Would you want me to put myself at risk for the believers? That's what I just pray about it. I pray about it, Lord, and I pray. That's what I know. You love the people in that country. I know you love the people in that country, Lord. I don't really see what good it is to bring Jesus in a penny vessel. What good it? And did you need me to stay in my earth suit in Marion? So I pray about this. What if I lose my life? What if I'm kidnapped and someone wants $1 million from me that no one's willing to pay? No one has to pay. We don't have $1 million. It's preposterous. It's preposterous. Okay, so I'm praying about all that. If you all would pray for me about that too. I'm going to start with the reading of the word. But I am thinking about it. And if this was my last day to tell you how much I love you, I would want to point you to Christ again. I would want my life to direct you to Jesus, God, Creator, the Lord, Boss, and King. And I would ask that you would submit to Him and trust Him. I am confident that if He does not want me to go, that He would reveal it to me. He knows. That's what, there's a risk of, life is a risk. This body belongs to Jesus. Okay, that's enough praying. That's enough praying. So this is where I challenge you to stop the video, put it on pause, set a timer if you need to. Timers really help me because did you know that your attention has been hijacked? Your brain power has been hijacked by, and so it's going to take some practice and some time to pray. Commentary by the Mumsy again. It's going to take some practice and some it's just, I call it hoeing. It's just hard work, but it's okay. You do hard work for other things, but you stop the video and pray and then come back. Let me know how that goes. Also, isn't the phone the most dangerous thing? The phone is like the most dangerous device of distraction. So we're going to start in Proverbs, and if you are a beginner, I recommend that you commit to reading the Bible every day. And just do it wrong. Read the Bible every day. I recommend Proverbs and Psalms because, well, we're going to go over it. Okay. Proverbs chapter 1. The Proverbs of Solomon, son of David, king of Israel. So who was Solomon? Solomon was the son of David, like it says, and he was the wisest man that ever was. I think that's actually a fact. There's fiction and nonfiction, and I believe that is nonfiction, okay? And so he wrote these so that we could learn from him. We could learn, let's go on. For gaining wisdom and instruction, for understanding words of insight, for receiving instruction in prudent behavior. Prudent is, what is prudent? That's what the first thing we have to do is look at the words that we don't know what they are so we can understand. So if we have to take some time and chew it up, then we'll have to do it. Maybe Mumsy can explain prudent. Okay. So we know what it is. We want to gain wisdom and instruction. Now there's two kinds of wisdom. There's two kinds of knowledge. There's knowledge that's good for this earth, and there's eternal kingdom knowledge that lasts forever. Both of them are worth having, but obviously eternal knowledge and eternal understanding would be better in the long run because this life is short. Okay. For receiving instruction in prudent behavior. So that would be like the best behavior. Prudent is like thoughtful. Prudent is, I don't have a good, you guys ask Google. Oh, Alexis, define prudent. Quicker, Alexa, define prudent.
The adjective prudent is usually defined as wise or judicious in practical affairs.
Wise,
sagacious,
practical.
Discreet or circumspect. Sober. For more, ask me to
Sober,
give you more
good.
definitions for prudent.
Okay, good. For receiving instruction in good behavior, doing what is right and just and fair. Now, it takes us right away to... We all want the right thing. It's like in our heart, we want just and fair. Now listen, we all have a choice, so that's the problem with sin. God gave us a choice, but we all choose to go our own way. We do it on accident and we do it on purpose, okay? So you are in charge of you. 2 hands to keep your own nose clean, and it will keep you busy all day long to just work on that for receiving instruction. So oh God, I pray so I can do what is right and just and fair. My goodness, just and fair. How in the world? I'm going to need a miracle to do that. For verse 4, for giving prudence to those who are simple. Now that's not an insult. It is not an insult. We are all immature and simple because we just don't know. We do not know. So it's best to admit it. I need help. I need help. Somebody help me. Knowledge and discretion to the young. Let the wise listen and add to their learning. and let the discerning get guidance. Okay, what is discerning? Discerning means able to tell one thing from the other. Like you can tell the difference between an apple and an orange. You can discern the difference. They're fruit, but we don't just call them fruit. There's apple, there's pumpkin, there's orange. I have a pumpkin. That's what it's fall, so I have a pumpkin. Okay. For understanding proverbs and parables, the sayings of the riddles of the wise. That's another thing. Riddles. Are you in the frame? Can you see? Riddles. Okay. Wisdom is hidden. It doesn't just drop into your lap. You have to look for it. It's a treasure. People don't just leave their treasure lying around anywhere unattended. If you had $100 bill, that would be a treasure, and you don't just leave it anywhere. You have it somewhere where you know it is, where it's protected. You don't just drop it on the street. You don't just lose it. You look for treasure and you search for treasure and you take care of your treasure. And wisdom is a treasure, and that's the best place to hide wisdom is in your heart. Okay? Okay, so we'll go to verse 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Okay, fear is a difficult one for me because it's not fear afraid. It's fear understanding and knowing your proper place, knowing your position and knowing where you are. It's a procedure. Now, it is true that it is scary because God is so big and so clean and so holy, and so that, like, it's an afraid fear because we cannot be with that. We can't be with that. We're not clean and holy and pure, and we have sin that has stained us, and we know that we've been stained. That's what your conscience does. Your conscience shows you, ding, 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 something's wrong. Something's wrong. Something is wrong. That's what your conscience does. That's what the Spirit of God does. Thank God for conscience that won't just let us do wrong. Because I don't want the consequences from doing wrong. Okay, so let's try to rein it in here. Let's try to finish this lesson. So if you are if you're following Christ and you want to know about God, so here's what it says for a follower. Fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. See, it's not afraid. So if you want knowledge, that's what you have to understand, your position. He is God and we are humans. So yes, that does take a little humility, especially in America. Who is God to say he is? He's God. He already decided it. And so wisdom is understanding that there is God and you're not. I'm not. Fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. We are going to need, school of hard knocks. You don't want to do everything the hard way. I don't either. I want wisdom and instruction. I want to help others. I want to be a blessing. I want to be a contribution. I pray for all those things. Okay. All right. So that's why we study Proverbs, and that's kind of how you chew it up and think on it. So please tell me what stands out to you about these 7 verses. What stands out to you the most? Okay? So you can put it on pause and look at it. Okay. To me is verse 3, for receiving instruction in prudent behavior, doing what is right and just and fair. Because that's what I want to do, and I already know there's no way I can do that. I need God to help me. So I ask God. That's what I seek His will, and I ask for the ability and the power to carry that out. I ask for the ability and the power to do what is right and just and fair at all times. Today, this hour, right now. Okay. Oh, again, I'm not ready. Hey, I got my teeth whitened. So if I was to accidentally turn this around and you were to look right in my mouth. Oh, there goes the timer. There goes I got my teeth whitened. Do you see? Are they any better? I love you. Okay, there's followers, believers, and disciples. Disciples are learners that learn everything about their king, and then they teach other people. That's what I'm doing, is I'm teaching you. Do you have anyone you're teaching? Could you find someone you could teach? Could you pray about it? Oh, I have a lot of work I could do in that area. So anyways, I don't have anything else to say. I love you. I love you. Happy October 20th. And I do, that's what, I feel the other kind of fear, afraid of this. We already bought the tickets. We can cancel them again. It's not a done deal. It's not today. That is not today. Today is you and I here together. All right. Can you leave a comment? If you need me, Penny, PENNIE _Nelson@yahoo.com. Okay, so the purpose of this was to show you and pray with you together. So that's what we did. Oh, I got to show you my throne cover. Oh my gosh, this is the throne. Look at that. My friend made me a crocheted cover for my chair, and those pillowcases that are on the side are also going to have another custom piece to go with it, but it's not there yet. So that's the throne. I'm on that throne, but I'm not on the throne in my heart. God's on the throne. All right. That's entirely enough. This is longer than 20 minutes. Have a good day. Hey, my goal is to be here again next Wednesday. We'll see you then. Can you let me know? Are you reading a page every day? Are you praying every day? What are you doing every day? Every day. Every day. Every day.